Well, we are now live, my delightful friends. Welcome to the Madhouse Cellar. It is good to see you. Tech, you'll send people over.
I can't even get on my computer for internet stuff, Jaffe, but I love you.
Oh, is your stream dead? No one was in your stream?
And they were here for a bit,
His
and
internet died.
so I'm on my phone right now talking to you on Discord.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do like a blue thing to be dichotomic to Jaffe.
Nice. Nice.
Very.
All right. 1 second. Let me get this set up over here. I'll get the phone calls going. Hey, there's the gummy worms. I knew they would make an appearance. You goddamn right. All right, let's see. So for now, we'll turn on the phones in just a little bit. Welcome, folks, to the Cellar. You have come down to the deepest, darkest place that we allow the public to go. You are here with myself, with Bunny, with Tech, and Scorpicus. And we're here to discuss whatever you guys want. I'll turn on the phone. But first, let me bring Smaug in, who's got something to say. It's a shoot the shit chat, so whatever you guys want to talk about is fair game. All right, Smaug, it's Jaffe. What's going on? Are you there?
Smaug.
Smaug, see? Where are you, Smaug? Yeah, hello, Smaug.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Not too bad. Are you calling in from
That's
Wales?
awesome. Sunny Wales, Jeff. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sunny Wales as always.
I remember you, pal. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, I like the horror talk. I gotta say, I really do like the talk with all the horror games. That's something that really does speak to me. So I know we're gonna get quite a few tomorrow, presumably as well. Probably get some in the state of play. Probably Resident Evil.
Well, I think we'll get Resident Evil for sure.
Yeah, we gotta
But
get that one.
the indie horror games, though, usually don't make their way. We'll see a few. Like, there's this game called Ill, which I think is like a shooter, very photoreal, really violent. My understanding is that's probably going to be at Keeley's show on Friday. But I think the main horror games, if you're there for horror, the best place to go is the summer horror game fest, which really was quite excellent. Because I'm a sucker for the subject matter, but also because they did a really good job of showing a lot of variety, unlike a lot of these other showcases where it's like it's the same fucking kind of game over and over and over. This actually, there was a lot of variety, so I did enjoy that a great deal.
I'm glad that we're out of the first-person trope of just having every horror game be first-person. Because that was something for a long time.
Yes.
And I had enough of it, quite honestly. So I'm happy that we're out of that.
I'm with you. And there are some really good ones on there that are not first person. There's that one I was telling you about, like it's called Polly/Silly Beast, which is it's actually very much has a lot of Parasite Eve feel to it, believe it or not.
Oh wow, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I tell you what though, like I'm really waiting for Silent Hill F, the release date for it, because we haven't heard anything for a long time.
They had that trailer.
Gotta get on that.
And the game was rated in like South Korea, which means it's inevitable.
Yeah.
You know, but
always how it goes, and then we get a leak from the rating, and then we suddenly get a release date somewhere.
Maybe they'll drop it. I don't. Is it going to be free or is it a paid title or what?
It's a big game, yeah. So they're gonna do it because it's a main game, so they're gonna just release it as a full paid title.
Maybe we'll get a demo drop tomorrow. Like a blind drop there, because remember they dropped PT that way at one of the Sony E3s.
That's right,
yeah. So
the demo, it's massive, and it really worked out well for them.
I bet we'll get a PlayStation demo of something tomorrow, whether it's that or maybe Metal Gear Delta, maybe even Resident Evil. You know how they did the kitchen with Resident Evil 7? They came out with that little.
That's right, yeah.
I think they did one of those for Village, but I don't remember. But I think they did.
They did a similar thing, yeah. It wasn't as big of a thing because we didn't see it come in with Resident Evil 7, but with Village they sort of telegraphed it a bit, I think.
Yeah. No, I'm super excited. Yeah. I'm more excited now for a game news show than I have been in a while. Sorry to be eating, but
No, that's right.
probably.
I'm really hungry for some gummy worms now.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
got those gummy worms. God damn it. It's making me hungry.
You should see the goddamn
Ruin my
lollipops.
diet.
She's
Ruin
not
my goddamn
broken
diet.
out. She's not broken out the lollipops yet.
Oh, the sucker's not come out yet, is it? Where's the goddamn sucker?
You know what she did to
Where's
me?
the sucker? Yeah.
She made me look like a perv on Twitter today.
I didn't make
That
you
was
look
gold.
like a
I
perv.
had my grandma call me, and she was like, "Now, Davey, what is this all about? You gooning? What's a goon? What's a?" She's like, because she thought it meant a hoodlum, and I says, "Grandma, a gooner is not like a hoodlum like in your day." And she says, "Well, what did that little girl?" She called you a little girl. What did that little girl accuse you of being a gooner for? And I said, I think she thought I was masturbating to her.
Were you gooning?
That's what I think.
No.
Jaffe.
Roll clip.
Roll a
Yeah, when I hear
Why don't you just tell
when I
him?
hear that word, I always think of the hockey. The hockey players. They're called the goons, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then you've also got just like a henchman, like a bad guy. You call him like a goon or something like that.
Does anyone, says Rocker Matt, want to donate with me to a 4th movie for Saturday? Jaffe wants $100. Many of us wanted Clerks
I would,
2.
man, but I'm out of ducats.
No worries.
How do you guys,
I'm reading his chat right now. Dogma, Django Unchained, and Inception are the 3. Sorry, go ahead, Scorp.
How do you guys feel about Silent Hill F not being located in Silent Hill?
I love that.
I think it's the first. I believe it's the first one, right? I mean, the room technically, the rooms.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Could be weird.
And then you've
but
also got
Downpour,
Homecoming. Homecoming was in
Shattered.
Shepherd's Glen for a large portion of it,
Yeah,
and then we went to Silent Hill.
When it was explained to me, though, because I had never finished the Silent Hill game until Silent Hill 2 Remake. And when I understood that fog was really almost like, it's kind of like a metaphor. It's like the fog can go anywhere. It's almost like it goes where the people call it in terms of if you're really depressed or dealing
And
with
it can
trauma.
infect other places as well.
Right.
It's,
I think
as long
that's-
as
virus can infect other places.
Alyssa and counterparts are alive, yeah.
And I think that's really cool.
And the cool
So-
thing about the fog is that was the technical limitation. They just couldn't have the draw distance, so they needed that to be an obstacle for the player's vision to make it scary. And it worked out really well for them.
It's like pseudo-dimensional, right? So it should be able to go wherever, like.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh yeah, you can have
we're playing
Silent
them
Hill
now,
on a
and
fucking
they're really good.
space station. Would be fucking cool. I would love
Like Jason
that would be
X
a good idea.
with the.
Well,
with the steel mask,
I
or-
love Jason X for what it was, but I think if you're gonna do like psychological horror in space, I don't want it to be like Jason X. I'd rather it be like
Like that Leprechaun.
Like Dead Space
that
one or
movie,
something
the
like that.
Leprechaun movie with. Oh yeah, no.
More like Alien Isolation. Like that was a great game that
Oh, that's a
did
good one.
on a space station.
Yeah,
And the AI for that was really good.
Yeah, I kind of got bored of that
Yeah, I love
game,
that
but
one.
I did appreciate it for what it was. Brett Moore says, I feel like I have less expectations for this year's Summer Games Fest than before. I have no clue what will be there, which is exciting. I agree. I mean, I do know a lot of the things that are going to be there, like the new James Bond game apparently is being shown this week from a
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
great fucking developer. It's a younger James Bond. It's their take on James Bond. I'm a little creeped out that he's blonde. I don't like blonde James Bond. Something's weird about that. But that said, though,
Not a Daniel Craig fan.
I don't really think of him as blonde, but I guess he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He died blonde, yeah.
The idea of an open world, very emergent group of play systems and you get to be Bond. It reminds me of like the Indiana Jones game. It wasn't so much about a game that made you feel like you were playing a movie. It made you feel like you were indie. So I want to feel like I'm James Bond now. I don't want to play an action cinematic game. I want a systems-based game. You know, I think that's exciting.
Is that what it's going to be? Is it going to be like Indiana Jones?
Well, it's going to be deeper than that, it sounds like, because it's the developer that did all the Hitman games. So, yeah, they have a showcase. They have that, a new Hitman game, and they have that thing, Mind's Eye or whatever, from the Grand Theft Auto X
GTA
guys.
producers. Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you so much for calling. I'm going to open up the proper phone lines,
Cheers,
but
guys.
thanks for kicking us off, buddy. We appreciate it.
No, I really appreciate it. Thank you,
All right,
guys.
talk to you later.
I seen you. Bye.
All right. So if you want to call into the show on the Discord, like Smaug just did, you can put yourself in the waiting room. If you want to call in on the phone, I'm going to put that number up in just 1 second. I'm trying to figure out if Tech is going to be rejoining us because I need to put a blocker up so you guys can't see the number. Now, what I will say, hello, Benjamin. Yeah, James Blonde. That's goddamn right. What I will say is that Bunny and Scorpio will not be able, you'll be able to hear them, but right now the way it's set up, you can't respond to them, so I'll tell them what you're saying. I know it's a real pain, but it's because of Google Voice, and I've got to route it through different, it's a pain. But if we keep doing calls, we're just, Tech was very like, we can't do calls, it's too dangerous. So we're like, fine, whatever, you baby. But then he's like, fuck it, let's do calls. So let me get all this set up here. I know, I'm going to put Bunny back on the screen. I know we're blocking her. Don't worry. She ain't going nowhere. All right. So
I might.
that is a big slice of goddamn pizza. What do you mean you might, Bunny? That's not nice.
Oh, I was just tasting them.
Oh, man. You're a trickster character, Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. It really would be good if Tech would do all this shit instead of me. I mean, okay. Here we go. The phone number to call into the show is, let me put it up here. 619-537, God damn it. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
619-537-9279. It's right there on the screen. Give us a call. Don't be boring or we'll kick you off, not because we're mean. People say, oh, Jaffe, you're mean, or people get intimidated. What's really important to understand about this is you, when you call in, you are part of the show, right? So you're not calling me to talk to me like you'd call me on a Discord call, like, hey, Jaffe, what's up? Like we're shooting the shit. You're calling because you have a question or you have a topic or you want to push back on something we've said or you want to share something weird that happened to you that you think the audience might be interested in and you want to hear our take on. So it's not that I'm rude because I'm mean. It's because I got to keep people interested as best as I can. Well, hello. You're on with me and Bunny and good Sir Scorpio. What's going on, buddy?
Okay, first off, you fat fuck, I want to apologize to Scorpio.
I don't know who this is. Who is calling first?
This is
Gotta be
Anthony.
Anthony then, yeah?
Who?
It's
Anthony.
Oh, I've heard of you. Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, yeah. I want to apologize to Scorpion because he has long hair, and he knows as well as I do when people put on it's first it's the beanie, then it's the beanie with the fucking baseball cap over it, and they're balding underneath, and they don't want to show it. So I assume that's what that was, and I apologize to him. I don't even know the man. And I have no problem with Bunny. But Jaffe, you and Peck, I have a huge fucking problem with.
We cannot hear you.
You still there?
I said, I don't understand. I am confused.
What are you confused by?
You have a huge fucking problem with me and Tech, right?
Yes. Number one.
And I'm confused.
Both of you lie.
I'm
motherfuckers.
still confused.
You're confused about the fact that you lie?
I'm confused about the fact that you think I give a shit.
I'm not. This isn't about you giving a shit.
Oh, well then carry on, I suppose.
Yeah, thank you. I will. What the fuck are you doing talking all this shit about Gina? What the fuck is the matter with you? The girl worked with you for years.
I just said I love Gina. I'm a huge fan of Gina's, but I'm worried
No,
about
you've been
her.
talking
Somebody
shit
said
about
nice
Gina
things
for
about her.
3 days online.
Online? What are you talking about?
On Twitter and
I
on your
have
fucking
I
show.
have my Twitter right here. What do you think I've said? I'm looking at it right now. What do you think I've said about Gina?
That our show is shit and blah, 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 blah.
You don't get to do this with me. I'm no fucking moron, bitch.
Hey, man, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not in your server.
looking-
I don't need
I'm
to follow
looking-
your rules.
Well, I can kick you off the phone call. So if you want to have a
Yeah,
call,
you can.
So if you want-
you're a
if you
weak
want-
pussy,
Yeah,
you
sure.
can kick me off the call.
if you want to have a conversation, you will have a conversation with me. If you just want to try to berate me, which no one's going to buy, you can do that, but I'll just hang up.
What do you mean no one's gonna buy, dude?
No one
You
cares.
have your gamer industry rules you need to follow. You can't fucking talk.
See that? That's how that works. Call back in if anybody wants. Anthony, you are welcome to call back in. But what I'm saying to you is if you want to call in and have a conversation and a debate and even be angry with me, I'm okay with that. But what I'm not going to do is let you call in and say something like, I've been using my Twitter to talk shit about Gina, and then I bring up my Twitter and I say, okay, well, I'm looking at my Twitter. Where am I talking shit about the woman? And you won't deal with that, because what's the point of that, right? How do I square that? Why am I always quiet, Bukaki? I'm trying to fix it, man. It's a Discord thing. I'll fix it right now. Yeah, I know. Whenever I talk on, all I can tell you, and if somebody can fix it, please let me know how to fix it. So here's what it is. My mic does not suck. My mic is top of the line. What it is I am sharing the Discord screen. Okay. And I'm sharing the Discord screen so Bunny and Scorpigus and Tech, whenever he's here, can also participate in what I'm seeing and hearing, right? What happens, though, is when I open up a window in Chrome that my microphone is also taking input from, it then tells Discord or Windows to automatically lower my volume, right? So, in fact, if you go to like System Sound, there's a thing that says volume. Right now, it's at 91. If somebody calls back in, I'll turn on the call right now. Okay, so if you want to call in, we're receiving calls, 619-537-9279. That little thing that says 91 right now will start to drop. And if I don't keep an eye on it for the whole time, I'll get quiet. And sometimes I just forget. And I don't know how to fix it. But the phone lines are open. If somebody is on with me, don't call because you'll get the voicemail. Just call when no one's on. But right now, 619-537-9279, or you can put yourself in the Madhouse waiting room. We are taking calls tonight. We want to hear from you. We want to hear about your stories, your questions, your adventures, all sorts of delightful things. Are you in the hurricane zone right now? Look, how's the weather where you are, Bunny? You guys are getting a shit ton of storms in the south, right? Are you getting hit with anything?
Oh, yeah, we were getting a lot of rain last week. It rained most of last week.
But not right now,
It was
because
pretty
apparently,
today, though. No, it was pretty today.
man, I want some fucking storms, man. I really do want some fucking weather. I really do. But alas, no. Huh?
I'm tired of the rain.
Oh, well, put your mama in the truck. Get on out here to San Diego. You guys will never have rain again. It'll be like a goddamn snow
There's a
day.
song in there somewhere that was almost poetic. I'd love more rain here.
It's the opening of the Beverly Hillbillies song, I think.
Nailed it.
Benjamin is looking at my Twitter. See, this is why Anthony can't win a debate with me. Because I don't have an ego in this. If I said something bad or wrong, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're right. That was a bad thing. I don't feel that way about Gina. But Benjamin's looking at my Twitter right now and going, he's not shit talking Gina. All I said tonight was I am worried about her because I think she's kind of going down a weird kind of internet rabbit hole. It's Jaffe. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Jaffe? How you doing?
Good. Who's calling me?
My name's Sam.
Hello, Sam.
Just curious.
Oh,
How
yeah.
did you meet this bunny chick? And
Yeah.
are you going to bang her anytime soon?
Okay. So I met her. I was introduced to her by a young whippersnapper who apparently I think he sells flood insurance named Keemstar. And
Oh, no shit.
yeah. And
Okay.
he was like, I was doing this show or another show, Madhouse, on his channel. And he said, oh, it would be great if you and Bunny did it together. I think she's really great. And it just kind of really worked out, I think, right? So And then when
So you kind of snagged her from Keemstar?
not really, I mean, yes, but not like I would never poach anybody. And
No, of course not. She like totally just wanted to go with you though. That's
well,
pretty rad.
we got fired, and the show got canceled over there for reasons
Yeah.
that I don't think really were worthy of either of those kinds of behavior. But that
I
said,
saw
though,
the episode, so I know
Yeah.
all about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
I don't think it was.
yeah. So
can
Keemstar,
get over that.
though,
That's crazy.
it worked out fine. We parted ways amicably, and Bunny made it clear that she would like to stay with Madhouse, and Keemstar's like, yeah, that's not a problem, and so that's how we met. I have already. Well, I should rephrase it. She has already banged me,
Hell yeah, dude.
and it was delightful. It was absolutely delightful. I didn't know.
And kinky, I bet.
I did not know that you could do those things with plastics, and now I do. Now I do.
Dude, I'm proud of you.
Thanks,
You
man.
And no butthole.
Lastly, one more thing.
Wait.
Are-
Bunny is speaking.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I can't hear
You
Bunny,
would
but
be-
go ahead.
astonished by how many plastic forks you can fit in your pee hole.
She says you would be astonished by how many plastic forks you can fit in your pee hole.
I probably would be astonished.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
All right. So what else you got, baby? What's going on?
Last thing, my man. So your daughter and Tech is his name,
Yes.
are going to be moving in with you. Like, are you nervous about that? Like moving in with a family member? Because I know that can suck ass, especially if there's like a whole bunch of people in a small area. Like, do you guys have enough room to like separate and not get on each other's nerves?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the real issue is, it's a good opportunity for all of us as a family to build the show, to build the business, and obviously, they have an opportunity to sort of get their own place, and that may happen. Whether it happens really soon or later, we'll just have to play it as we go. But I don't, I like family being together. Even though
You
I
must
know,
like Tech then. You must like
oh yeah,
think he's here for the long haul. So
No,
I wouldn't say that while he was around, but
I do not
that's
know.
pretty cool.
I do not know if he's here for the long haul or not. That's a Sarah. That's my daughter and his issue. My issue is right
Right.
now they make each other happy. I think he's a good guy. I think he's really good for the show. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I don't know. You live long enough, you just start to get used to the fact that I've heard this quote before, but I think it's a really good one, which is the only guarantee you have in life is your ability to fly by the seat of your pants. So
Hell yeah, man.
that's the rest of it. You just kind of roll with it and see where it goes.
Well, it was nice talking to you and the bunny.
too.
And
Absolutely.
lastly, I just want to say Twist the Metal 1 rocks. I
Well,
love the soundtrack, man.
a lot
Killer
of us
soundtrack.
worked on it on behalf of all of us. We appreciate it. Thank you, buddy.
Eh,
so much.
anytime, pal.
All right.
Bye.
Well, that was a nice young fella, nice gentleman. Benji says it's damn funny short for anyone who's a fan of the show over the game. Game's a masterpiece. I'm not sure what show he's talking about though. Not sure. Open Discord and go to okay, here we go. Open Discord, go to settings. Okay, he's gonna solve. Okay, let me I have do not disturb on for a second because I want to fix this. Open Discord. Thank you, Mr. Jameson. Parker. Open Discord. Go to settings. The gear. Select voice and video. Scroll down to attenuation.
Should be a bar.
Yes. Voice and video. Un momento, por favor. Un momento. So global attenuation is all the way off at 0%. When I speak, when others speak, enable quality of service high packet priority is all off. Bypass system audio input processing is on. System audio processing may interfere with Discord's audio processing. Should I turn that off? That seems like something I should have turned off, right?
Sounds like it.
I'm gonna turn that off. Thanks, buddy. Whatever. I'm eating my gummy worms.
It sounds good.
It does sound good.
Don't sound like that.
No, Bunny. I'm flirting with you, Bunny. Come on now. I'm negging
Get
you.
real mean when you flirt.
Nuh-uh. I said you look like strawberry shortcake.
Thank you.
Wait, you know negging too? So you know negging and you know gooning. Are like 50-year-olds evolving? Like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, I have kids, and I'm perpetually on the internet, and I talk to people all day on the internet more than real life people.
And he's a gooner.
And I'm a
And
gamer.
he's a negger.
Hey,
gooner.
don't say that.
What? He negs. He did the thing.
I know, but come on. I know. I know you meant. I know what you said. You said nothing wrong, but you know how it sounds. We don't like that.
We're going to go ahead and change that in post-production.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. You gotta be careful. I mean, you don't have to be careful. You have a right to say whatever the fuck you want, but I don't recommend it.
I'm not.
Maybe that's why you're agoraphobic, because Jesus is mad at you because you're racist.
Jaffe,
Yeah.
can we try this again?
All right, there we go. So, yes, first
He
before
calls
you
me
do
racist
anything,
a lot,
Anthony,
too. It's
you guys
okay.
let me know
He
now
hates
that I've clicked that button. Hopefully my audio is not going to be dropping. Anthony, say something. What we like to call it in the business, Anthony, is a test. Give us a test,
Yes.
Anthony.
Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3.
Test. All right, for
I
now
can hear you.
it's holding for now. It's actually dropping again. God damn it, it's dropping again. Anyway, yeah, go ahead, Anthony. So what I was saying is, if you're going to tell me that I'm insulting Gina on Twitter and you can't tell me where when I'm looking at Twitter, I'm going to push back on that. So
Well, when you're saying that, when you're online saying that she's gone crazy and there's something wrong with her, and you're reaching out to her and asking her if she needs help,
yeah,
like just because she's friends with me, she needs help.
I never said that.
No, you didn't say the last part, but I mean that's clearly what you were implying.
No, it wasn't. That's you reading into it. Hang on. Hang on. I'm just sending a text real quick about this audio thing. Is there a setting in Windows? I think that is part of it, Anthony. But what I was implying, or what I was trying to make very clear, was more about her Twitter feed has become absolutely just filled with Palestine, Israel, going against certain journalists that I don't really even think she's correct about when it comes to Alyssa Mercante. I don't know Alyssa that well, but I know her well enough to know that I don't think she's a smart woman. I think most people come down on the side of October 7th bad. Netanyahu really probably responded terribly, unless maybe history will look back kinder on the guy in the way that they look back on the atomic bombs, but we're way too close to it to really have an opinion about that. And I think most people look at Hamas and go, Hamas is terrible. Hamas is highly responsible for the reason the only way Israel felt they could fight back was they had to have collateral damage because they're marbled in with the society over there. And Palestinians do deserve their own state. And Israel has both bent over backwards to help with that, and they've done some awful things. I think it's a nuanced topic. I think there is a lot of blame and hate to go around both sides, but I don't think anyone, certainly not Alyssa Mercante, is like, yay, Hamas is great. And so when Gina is consistently posting about this in such a non-nuanced way, and it's all she's posting about these days, I do worry that she has maybe gone down this rabbit hole of kind of like the left version of the crazy right-wing aunt that's always posting shit she sees on Fox News and One American News Nation. That's mostly what I'm talking about. The fact that she's also...
She spoke to Alyssa Mercante about this.
I'm pretty sure Alyssa Mercante did not say, I stand with Hamas and I hate the Jews.
I look, Gina and I disagree on this topic.
Okay, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is that's what I was mostly referring to. Do I think it's also a little bit weird that a guy that she had reached out to me before and said, okay, Mr. Jameson, 1 sec. I want to do this. Thank you, buddy. 1 sec. Do I think that she's reached out to me well in the past? You guys could have mended fences and said to me that, man, this Anthony guy doesn't take a hint. He won't stop texting me. He won't leave me alone. He thinks we're best friends. And now suddenly she's like buddy with you. And she's like, you know, hey, let's work together. I was taken aback by that, but that's not why I think she might need a phone call going, hey man, are you okay? Because this isn't like you.
No, I would say that, and we talked about this before, that you haven't experienced Gina's anger in your life.
Okay. Good.
Gina gets very upset about things when she does get upset.
Okay, but that doesn't make her stupid, does it?
No, it doesn't make her stupid, but when I'm trying to respond to her, and by the way, for clarification, the thing she got upset about was I asked her if she was still working, because she had told me like 2 hours earlier that she was working, but I talked to Colin Moriarty about getting her on his show, and he's like, yes, reach out to her and let me know. So I texted Gina, I said, hey, are you still working? I need to talk to you. And she fucking flipped out on me.
Okay. So,
and then stopped talking to me.
All right.
That's
Okay. Well, hang on 1 second, Anthony. Right-click speaker icon in taskbar. Select sounds, more sounds. Okay, hang on. So right-click Mr. Jameson, then click sound settings. Now I'm on system sound. And you're saying select more sounds? I see volume mixer. I see all sound devices, communications. Where's communications? Here, I'm going to put my screen up real quick. Hang on. And I'll take off.
Take your time.
Yeah, well, I have to, because it's not going to, calls won't work anyway if we're unable to see or hear me. So 1 second. Turn off that. And.
Your box is lighting up.
Your box is lighting up. Hang on. Okay, there we go. So there it is, Mr. Jameson. The old Irish whiskey. So talk to me here. Communications tab. I can type it here. You can't see it? What do you mean you can't see it? Hang on.
Oh yeah, you're just showing your Discord.
Oh, sorry. Here, sorry. Okay, you should be able to see it now. Can you guys see it now?
No.
Bonnie,
oh, yes.
Okay.
I see your system sounds.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do?
It's pause to save your resources.
That's not what you should be looking at. You should be looking at this.
I'm not. I'm looking at the three of you and a screen that says we've paused this. Now I'm looking at it.
All right.
Welcome back.
How was time?
Go to the bottom of the options. It will say more sound settings.
You guys trying to troubleshoot Jaffe's audio?
Yeah, hang on. The bottom of the options.
I'm watching this clown fiesta, no pun intended. I'm here for it.
Wait a minute. Wait,
you Hong Kong?
Tech, help me out with this, Tech. Try sound settings on control panel. Okay, so isn't this the control panel? System sound?
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
I'm looking for something called communications.
What are you trying to do?
Whose dog is that?
I'm trying to make it so when I talk...
Whose voice is that?
It's Anthony.
It's Anthony.
Guys,
How's
I'm sorry.
Anthony here?
Wait a minute, guys, please. Can we please do this first before anything else? because this has been an ongoing problem, and I really want it
I'm
solved.
silent. I'm silent.
Solving it on stream right now, probably not the coolest
Oh my
idea.
God! Yeah, sorry, you're late to the party. There's a guy in the chat who's helping me.
So what you would want to, if you're trying to get to communications, you're going to type in control panel. And you're going to do it from there because this is just system settings.
Okay.
So you're going to just on the bottom, taskbar, pop in control panel, and then you're going to find yep. That
Okay.
shouldn't have done that.
It opened up. It opened up another thing though. So
Okay, perfect. So go to hardware and sound,
Okay.
and then you're going to go to sound. You're going to click that, and it's going to pull up the different sources that you have for playback and recording. Communications on the top right.
Got it. Okay.
That's how you get to communications.
So it
I
says
don't know
when
what he-
Windows detects community activity, mute all other sounds, reduce the volume by 80, 50, or do nothing. Do nothing is currently clicked.
That should be fine then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just how you get there. See that, Tech? I'm the new producer. That's what you get for leaving. I fixed this. I got us to communicate.
It sucks though that it's not working. I mean, am I the only person that has this fucking problem on? No, thank you, Mr. Jameson. I appreciate it, buddy. Let me try and mute all other sounds. All
Well, the
right.
sound seems to just periodically just go up for a bit and then it goes back down.
No,
but...
it always goes down because I'm the one who's making it go back up.
Oh, it's resetting itself. Okay, no.
Yeah.
I'm back up out of this one.
All right. So Anthony, say something now.
Test 1 2 3 1 2 3 test.
Test. Keep talking. Test.
Test.
My
Test.
name
1
is
2 3.
Anthony, and I.
My name is
own
Anthony. I'm trying to apologize to
bear.
Jaffe.
I own a bear, and the bear lives in. Okay, that seems to work for the moment. All right, let's get back to the show. All right, let me put the blocker back up. Okay, and. All right, can you guys hear Anthony?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And Tech, can you guys hear Anthony? I mean, chat, can you hear Anthony?
Can you guys hear me? 1 2 3 test. Check.
Okay,
1
all
2
right.
3.
You're good. Keep going, Anthony.
We're good?
Yeah, so let's continue.
Okay. So, where were we?
I don't know.
I
So
forget
I
now.
was basically saying that to me, Gina, that is why I said I think she's kind of gone round the bend.
I would say Gina is, aside from her view on Israel and Palestine, which I don't agree with, but that's perfectly fine. I'm Gen X. I can live with that, disagreeing with somebody. Aside from that, she's like spot on. She works her ass off. She's
Who's disagreeing with that? I've never disagreed with that.
no. I'm just saying she seems mentally sound, Jeffy. I talked to
Why?
her quite
Okay,
often.
so why in the world are you guys reaching out to Asmongold and Keemstar and Vera Dark, and why am I always being tagged in these? I don't care if you. It's none of my business who you guys reach out to, but what do I have to do with whatever the fuck you guys are doing?
Well, I can't speak for Gina in terms of why she tags you and what she tags you in.
Okay,
I
well
can
then,
only
yeah.
speak for why I tag you and what I tag you in.
Okay, so why did you tag me going Keemstar and Asmongold? I have a beef with Jaffe. We have to talk. What do they care and what do I care? What I mean.
Okay, so okay, fair. The goal is that me and Gina are gonna partner up and do a podcast together. It's gonna be longer than 8 minutes,
It's a terrible.
and we're gonna
idea.
talk to people. It's not a terrible idea, Jeff.
The last video you put out, you are aware that video made no sense, right? I mean, let's just be clear.
And not everybody agrees with you, but that's fine.
No, you're wrong. Everybody agrees with me. They're just being nice. The video made no sense, Anthony. It literally.
The video, Jeffy, no offense, but the video has more views than your stream had tonight.
The video has under 200 views, Anthony.
Your stream had 142 max.
Yes, not at a consistent number. Over the course of a night, we're at about 2,600 on average, including tonight.
Yeah,
Okay.
what?
You're talking
So
about
I'm just
concurrent,
talking
you're
like
talking about
live.
okay, fine. So concurrent viewers, I was able to almost get in one slice of time what it took you guys over a week to accumulate, just a little bit more. But sure.
Fair. But why do we want to talk to Asmongold and Beer Dark? Because they get 1 million views.
Yeah, but why are you talking to him about me? I got nothing to do with you guys.
Yeah. So in terms of that, that's a little bit of baiting in terms of just getting somebody's interest up.
But why would okay? I get it if you said Asmongold. I know you've had beef with Jaffe. I have a scoop on Jaffe and what he did behind the target last weekend. You're going to want to see this. Okay.
Okay, so you can argue again. You can argue I worded things wrong, and I'm not
I can
gonna agree or
argue that
disagree.
you don't have video of me behind target. It's not the fact that your attempt to sort of bait someone isn't built on a sound legacy of, PR. It's the fact that you don't have anything. I'm not a story for these guys unless you can offer something.
But neither do you about me. But you've managed to make a lot of content out of it.
Yeah, because
I've learned this from you.
You have not learned it from me. You have learned the wrong
I
lesson.
have.
You are on the show, and so people who come to the show know who you are, and they have an opinion about you, and thus we can make content about it. Asmongold and I have never spoken. He and I had some beef about his take on video games.
I know that too.
And if you want to maybe stick your finger in that light socket, I don't think it'll work, but maybe. But just going, hi, my name's Anthony. You've never heard of me. You've never heard of me. And I have an argument with a guy that you barely are aware of named Jaffe. Okay.
No, he's aware of you.
All right. Well, I say go with God. If look, I think.
Thank you.
I think. Well, I don't believe in God, but I think.
Me either. But we can say it to be nice.
If you guys genuinely look at that 8-minute video and you think that is good, and again, I say this as a fan of Gina's editing. That video, it doesn't make any goddamn sense, Anthony. I'm just telling you like it is.
Jaffe, it was disjointed. It was taken over 7.5 hours of time.
Who gives a shit? You know how much footage Kubrick shot for The Shining? It still works as a movie.
We're not shooting The Shining, Jaffe.
Well, that's clear.
And like I said, I think I told you this before. When we got it out, a lot of people were asking for it, so it ended up rushed at the end.
Okay, well, it makes no sense. Fix that. If I were you, I would fix that before you try to do a live stream or a podcast.
Well, the goal, what I have said to Gina is that she should do a 45-minute cut of the video and include full conversations and be mindful of the clock in the background.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. I wish you guys luck. You got to stop. I mean, you don't have to stop tagging me, but it makes you guys look like an idiot. Unless you guys actually have some dirt on me, I wouldn't appreciate it, but I would at least appreciate and applaud the PR strategy. But this is like reaching out to Joe Rogan and saying, my name's Anthony. I have beef with Emmanuel Lewis, the kid who played Webster in the 1980s hit TV show Webster. And
he might be into that.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. All right. I'll talk to you later, pal. Thanks, Anthony.
Layers.
All right. The phones are back on. 619-537-9279. You got a question for Scorpio, for Miss Bunny? Look at Miss Bunny over there. She can't decide what to put in her goddamn mouth. It's either going to be the vape, the lollipop. We don't know what she's doing over there. Well, hello. It's Jerry Lee Lewis. How you doing?
Hey, Jerry Lee Lewis. This is actually Buddy Holly. Remember that plane flight that we took to
I I do.
The Midwest
The old Big Bopper.
with
son of
Richie
a bitch.
Valens.
Absolutely.
That was a tough one.
Jerry Lee Lewis was not on that plane crash. He wasn't.
Jerry
on it.
Lee.
It was.
Who the hell's the piano guy?
It was the Big Bopper.
Great Balls of Fire.
The Jerry Lee Lewis did that, but Big Bopper died, Richie Valens died, and Buddy Holly died. The piano
Fucking
guy-
Lou Diamond Phillips as La Bamba. Am I right?
Oh yeah. So what's going on? What do you
Let's
want
get down to brass tacks.
We have
Yo,
brass
so and
tacks?
so.
All right, what's going on?
One, this is a problem, and I know that your other two people, I hope they can hear, and actually hope that one, Scarfonius, get his knee off cam.
Why?
When Scarfonius is on cam, look at that silly knee he has up, but then look at Bunny's knee right above him. I don't like the mere image of a male-female knee or whatever he's doing. I love the Bunny knee. I love that she has her vape and her hands are in conspicuous places that I can't tell what they're doing. But then I see Scarfonius with his silly Starburst headphones, looking at with his soy boy. Oh, don't put that knee down, Bunny. Put that thing. Either way, I don't know if I'm behind and everything, but I'm just very upset.
Is this gay panic?
What we're going to do is we're bringing Tech when he comes back. If this is best friend, that's fine. DJ, next time you have somebody call in, call me first. We already had a thing going. We talk about our guests that we're going to have up.
Who is this?
This is TK. This is TK. You know exactly who this is.
Is he mad about the tip of my knee?
Tommy
as I
King.
am
You know me,
resting
baby.
my leg?
You know me, baby.
Yeah,
Is this offensive?
Yeah, let me tell you what he's saying because he can't
This
hear
is
you.
gay panic.
He basically says, is he offended by the tip of my knee? He's offended. This guy is gay panic, is what Scarponius.
Am I gay panic?
It's what I think Scarponius just said about your comment.
It's sarcophagus, but close.
I'll say it like this. The only thing I'm panicking about is that my pussy's drier than Velcro right now. And usually when I got Bunny, DJ, and Tech on panel or on stream, I'm sliding off my leather seats. I got to lay down. I got to lay down plastic.
Why don't you maybe pay
Go ahead.
the young man's Scorpagus some money to let his hair down? And then you'll need
It didn't work. It didn't work there, fella.
Then you'll need some flood insurance, my friend. You'll be so fucking
I'm
moist and wet, you won't even need the slip and slide for the summer season.
My
you can just run on the
fucking
grass
basement.
and just go sliding,
Yep.
baby.
Run on the grass?
Yeah, slip and slide.
Have you ever ran on the grass and stepped on a branch or like a acorn or something?
Sure.
Have you ever had a planter's wart?
I don't even know what that is.
Like on the bottom of your foot? Like on the bottom of your foot? Like
No,
you can get a rock in it?
No, because I wasn't raised in a goddamn barn. So no, I've never.
No, everybody's got a planter's wart on their foot, and it's just like a little.
What the fuck is a planter's wart?
Pretty sure it's a thing. I've had one once.
Just making up
I got.
scientific terms.
No, I didn't.
Maybe
No, I
he's a
didn't.
gardener.
Okay.
You're the one that talks about heliocentricity. You think that you live on a planet with the sun revolving around? You live in a solar system, DJ.
Wait, continue. What about the sun? What do you think the sun? What do you think I think the sun does?
Yeah, we live on a plane where the sun revolves around us, just like the sky clock. So it's a clock. So everything revolves around us. You think you're flying around a fucking
I think he
universe
needs some more
and
leg.
black holes and
I
all
think
that
that's what's
shit,
happening
but
here.
yet the stars and all Aquarius,
bit of-
Sagittarius, all the constellations, the Big Dipper, Little Dipper,
I'm gonna give less leg.
La Bamba, they're all
We shouldn't have
around
said
us.
anything. We swapped.
And that's
know
but
what?
yet think you're bombing up and down and to and fro through a solar system, my guy.
Do you know that Bunny is so she's sliding off her couch? I told you.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, me and her.
I was given
It's the
less
same,
leg.
and-
She was given
Oh
less
my
leg, she
gosh! And he
says.
put both knees up. He put both knees up.
Look,
now.
you are
It's
flirting with
such
this
a-
young man. You are flirting with
It's
this
not.
young man.
And I don't appreciate. I mean, okay, you know
It's
what?
not.
I appreciate the compliment.
Either
My
way,
ego
we have-
is so
Scar,
high
hang on.
right now.
Scar,
but-
he says, you got to give me a minute so I can repeat what you're saying because he can't hear
Mhm.
it. Scorpio says he appreciates the compliments. His ego is really high right now. What else, Scorpio? But
he makes me rise like yeast.
you make him rise like yeast.
Rise like yeast.
What that means is
Have you even made home baked bread? Have you ever even made home baked bread before? Do you know what
First of all, it's
bullets
kind of
and bangs are,
classist to assume that I
Scorpio?
can afford a bread maker.
Have you ever
first of
made
all.
like bullets
I'll
and bangs?
tell you what. Here's the deal.
No, it's a Native American dish.
Get
It's
those
delicious.
fucking knees up, Scorpio, if you don't mind, please.
Is he really a Scorpio? When's his birthday? November?
Oh,
$100 to have those knees drop,
Double
baby.
knee.
You got
My
double
God,
knees.
and now-
That's
Look
what
at
in
'em.
Texas
I
we call
don't
that a
want the
twofer.
knees. I'm so mad at one of the cut of his T-shirt too. Who has a black tee with white baseball? What type of Where do you get that T-shirt with the white?
He
Oh,
got it
bottom
out of
a
your
t-shirt.
mom's closet.
Cause it's in the shape. What the fuck,
My mom only wears
Jeffrey?
tank tops and fucking
Why is he roasting my shirt? It's a
dresses.
nice shirt.
Your mom wears the goddamn last thing she was buried in, because God knows that old bird's been put down out of
She's
her
still
misery.
fucking out here fucking knocking things around like a
Preach it.
goddamn badass.
All right,
Get
I'll
him.
tell you,
That's
I'll tell you
fine.
what. I'll tell you
All
what.
right?
Get him.
I'll tell you what. You
No,
want
I got
you want those
gotta-
goddamn knees off your goddamn screen. You pay us $100. Otherwise, you
I'm
shut
so
the
mad
fuck
at
up.
his knee. I have oxen
Wearing
flutters.
flats
You know what
too.
oxen
Does that
flutters
bother
is?
you?
No, you
One,
know what?
he's
I'm wearing
offending me
Toms
because
right
I have
now.
oxen flutters. You don't know what planners warts are.
Look
Bunny
at
is
these shoes. Look at these shoes this young man is wearing.
These things are like half
if
an
he puts
ounce.
them fucking shoes on stream.
I mean, take your shoe off.
Holy fuck,
show 'em your
dude.
foot
No
to see-
way.
show 'em your foot
That's
to
are we
see-
literally
doing
his
this?
shoe?
Yeah, I want to see if you have planner's warts or whatever the fuck he's talking about.
Well, you want it?
Those
Hey,
planner
I
warts
don't
are
know. It's
real.
$5 for the hair. Feet might
Don't.
be
What is he
extra.
doing? It's so
Yeah.
ridiculous because I look at Bunny one and she. If we all can we real quick? We're gonna end this with obviously B talk.
I just
right?
made
We don't
him.
want-
I just made him full screen. By the way, so you
Don't.
know.
I can't. You know
here?
there's a
Is this
delay.
it?
I'm gonna make some music. Do do
Is this it?
do do. Yeah, let's go. Do do do
Oh my
do
God.
do 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 do.
Is this
Thank
it? Is this
God
what
the
you
numbers
wanted?
on the screen.
You wanted this?
Do.
You see the numbers
Coming
going
up
up?
next, we got Scorpio. Coming up next, he's
Oh, my
he's gonna-
tootsies
he's
cost
gonna
extra.
Be, he's gonna be showing.
because it fucks with the
Well,
hiding
take
the
it
phone
off
numbers,
then,
Jaffe.
fella.
Stop full screening.
What tech?
You're
Don't-
doxing people phone numbers.
It doxes phone numbers.
He put it away.
Dickhead.
Oh, it's so small.
Stop it. Don't do it.
It's like the entire right side of the screen, Jaffe. I thought this was like a creative thing. Like you're like, I got this, but
We're doing a lot of good
Bye.
things.
I'll blur it out later.
What? What happened? I didn't see anything. Nothing got weird.
Tech Protect says take your knees away. $100. Thank you, buddy. All right. Well, we're gonna let you go, buddy, because the call's just.
No. Yeah, we know they're piling up. They're all trying to get in here because we're going to take Scarfunius and we're going to go ahead
He's
and then
getting
wrap
closer.
his head with his own hair around his silly Skittles headphones. Next time you ever do that, you have Butterbean up top there, but Milkmaid Bunny with her alfalfa
having a
little
stroke?
hair thing.
Did you call me Butterbean?
He called her
I think he called you Butterbean.
Butterbean.
He called me Butterbean. I love
That's kind of fucked up.
Angel
Butterbean.
Pallies, Angel Pallies, you are now on with, and he can hear you guys. So Angel's on with Scorpio, Bunny, myself. Angel, what's up, pal?
How you doing, man?
Good. I'm doing really, really well.
That answers the question. At least everybody could hear me. The show's been awesome tonight.
I appreciate that. This is all Scorpio's doing and Bunny's doing. Tech and I just
He's
show
being
up.
so bold
come
in
what
lying right now. This is just Jaffe being Jaffe, modest as he is.
I'm
we
a
know the drill.
modest little tramp. And
The
the
only thing I think you guys should
girls
start doing
line
now
up to see me.
is allow people to
Mm.
start clipping these streams.
Talk to me, brother. Preach. Preach. What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. Usually on some of the YouTube channels, there's like a button that allows clipping. But I think if you guys start allowing people to clip, make like a thing in the Discord
I
to
think
put
we-
the clips
are
in there.
you saying we don't allow it? I think we let people
Uh,
clip.
I can't see like a button on here.
Well, when the show's live, you can't clip, but after the show, I think you can after. But we'll
Because
check.
that
We'll check
if you-
into it though. So what you're
Yeah.
saying is, let me get this straight. You're saying you feel that the show is compelling enough that
Oh,
if
for
we
sure.
could just push it out there with things like clips and shenanigans, we could find ourselves sitting on a gold mine.
definitely like a
I think he saw the neg thing before and he's like, yeah, not on this one.
Well, and number one, you put your feet on the camera. That right there, that's a gold mine, buddy.
Troy
I was
Branch-
feeling saucy. What can I say?
Troy Branch says close live chat. The clip function is there.
Yeah, the clip function is there. You can clip.
Similar to Lockmore edits on Last Stand Media. Yeah,
we
Lockmore is
definitely need to get a clip
amazing.
channel going for
I
sure.
would love what he's working with Colin, but yeah, I'd love to get some.
Has anyone noticed Jaffe's red?
This whole time, everyone said
Oh.
it.
I'm listening to the new Taylor Swift album, Red.
He's not wearing a shirt.
Do you know what Taylor Swift did? Taylor Swift, back before Red came out, the day before, she posted on her Instagram, she said, everything from here on is going to be before Red and after Red. And she knew, I mean, obviously that's logical. Like, everything after this is before I drink this and after I drink this. But she knew what she was saying. She was going to cross over into pop stardom. That woman and her team are fucking brilliant at what they do. I don't know if she can sustain it, though, because at this point, how do you feel when you've climbed to the top of the mountain and you've seen it and you've been there?
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Do you know that one of her ex-boyfriends
Am
said
I a
that
Swiftie? Yes, I'm a Swiftie. I love Taylor Swift. Absolutely.
one of her ex-boyfriends said that she has a note on her phone, which are like the 10 tips to get her to orgasm, and it's like something that she presents to her boyfriends, like, you have to speak like this to me and touch this part of my neck and do that. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but the woman knows what she wants. Good for her.
Amazing communication. That's perfect. She knows herself. She's communicating with the partner.
I made it up, but I'm testing it to see how you guys feel about it, because I might make one of those.
I've already sent you 10. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I already.
Wait. Do it again, Bunny. Continue. Our song is a slamming screen door.
Our door is a slamming screen door.
No, our
slamming
song
that
is
door,
a slamming screen
all
door. The
that
first
window.
night, no, she
when I
kissed him when I should have.
Our song is the way you
Doors.
are.
And when I there's my girl. There's my
And
girl.
when I'm not
Home for I said amen.
ask me God if
if
you
I
could play it
again.
Yeah.
Slamming screen doors.
You know what's great? One of her great songs. There are two songs from Taylor Swift that don't get appreciated. Three. One of them is Mirror Ball, one of her best songs ever. Another one is Getaway Car, one of her best songs ever. And another one is State of Grace, which opened up the album Red. And that's how she also opened up her
That's one
Red
of her best
tour.
songs. That's one of her best songs.
Yeah, it's
I've
phenomenal.
never heard of any of those.
Oh, they're great. They're great. They're great.
Jaffe, my internet's out, and I may need to get a new router.
Router?
Wait, router?
Hardly know her.
I love it. Tech, can you hear us?
The roommates, yeah, I can hear you. The roommates were
Tech?
in the house.
Tech, you've been replaced. Our new producer. Scorpio. This is just like LCU. That's right. So your roommates fucked up your router? Shut up, Beavis. It's a bit gross. Jaffe fanboy of Taylor Queef Swift. You judgy cocksucking motherfucker. I'm so sick of snobs. I like what I like.
People like what they like.
First of all, Taylor Swift's one of the most successful goddamn entertainers on the planet of all time. Okay? I get you may not like her style. My guess is you don't really know much about her other than just what you hear on the radio, but that's fine. You have a right to think that. But I don't give a shit. Let's put it this way, Beavis. I don't give a shit who you like. What do I care? Go like what you fucking like.
I never liked her music, but I can say she went from the ground up all by herself. She didn't
Well, that's not entirely true either, though.
Well, she toured like bars all the way up until
she did, but when you have very wealthy parents,
it's different if you have wealthy parents. I was in the scene. It is so different. I got a question though for Jaffe. Like relativistically, and it'd be impossible to like create a metric for like the cultural phenomenon. What would Taylor Swift have to do to be bigger than Michael Jackson? And it'd be crazy hard because
it's an impossible question to answer because
Michael
because I was there when Thriller exploded, and I was about 13 or 12 or something. And I remember the Jackson Victory Tour came to Atlanta, but for whatever reason, they came to Birmingham, Alabama to rehearse. And there was 30,000 people. For Alabama, it's a big deal. Birmingham. out in the streets just hoping that the Jacksons would come out just so we could see them. And we waited for hours. And finally, the Jackson 5-4 came out and waved for a while. Michael came out for literally, he walked out, he waved twice, went back in, and people lost their minds, right? So, but it was such a different time, just like the Beatles.
No internet.
Elvis.
I mean, not like
right. So
internet,
it's
that we
hard to
consider.
really know how does one quantify bigger than Michael Jackson or bigger than Taylor Swift, right? So I can't really answer that until I know specifically, kind of how we're defining bigger, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it'd be like Michael Jackson. I mean, we could still say Michael Jackson is bigger than Taylor Swift is now for sure. But I don't know.
I don't know if I would agree with that. I don't know how you're defining it.
Because I was reading this. I mean, it wasn't a paper, but it was just like a bit of polling data of the most popular people that third world countries knew. And like, for instance, there were more people that knew of, like, in some places, Ronald McDonald over Jesus Christ. There were some, but Michael Jackson was up there in the top 5 for that era.
Yeah.
And he did that without internet. I don't know internet how we could compare them, but what would it, I mean, if we had to think of the hypothetical.
But because the problem though is you say that without internet, like that was a bigger accomplishment. And it was, it was, hang on. It was in some ways, but what you have to remember though, is that what you got when you didn't have the internet was a tremendously powerful gatekeeping system, right?
Yeah.
So when the record companies wanted you to go buy our shit, you didn't have the same choice. All the stations that played pop music, it was the same 15 songs, right? So you couldn't escape Michael Jackson if you wanted to. You couldn't escape him on MTV. You couldn't escape him on radio. With internet, being big is actually in a lot of ways harder because there's so much choice that people can run to and say, I don't like anything about Taylor Swift or Sabrina Carpenter or Chappell Roan or any of these, pop stars. I want to hear, I want to hear folk music that kind of feels like Neil Young, but it's written about modern.
Yeah, but then you get the whole like Spotify experience thing where it's like I think there was data that came out last year that like Chappelle Rowan and who's cappuccino or espresso, Sabrina Carpenter also were like pushed heavily by Spotify to people's like like you might be interested in this, you might be interested in that, based on like their record deals or whatever. It's like it's still a similar market where what is pushed in front of you by the media companies is
right, but
going to be prevalent.
The idea that the companies that have a lot of money are going to make deals with the distributors, that's never changed. Whether you're talking about cereal that goes on the end cap at the grocery store versus gets buried 2/3 down the cereal aisle. But what's different though is in the past you had 4 types of cereal and now you've got hundreds. So yeah, you still can't escape the end cap of Taylor Swift or Sabrina Carpenter, but in terms of you'll see it. But you can also very quickly go to the algorithm and say, nope, and find your people, and that's all you get served up. So
in my mind, like the magnitude is more like people seeing Michael Jackson pop up out of the stage and they're so fucking frazzled they start to faint.
Same happened with
and
Taylor,
like
same thing with the
like
Epic
tons.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could do that without the internet.
Tracy Montgomery in the chat says Tech has Down syndrome.
But
Thanks,
people are
Tracy.
just fatter now, so I can imagine they're just out in the sun for too long.
I can't debate it with you only because again, there's too many aspects
variables
that there's too many things at play. Like I can find you clips online of young women sitting outside of a stadium where Taylor Swift was playing because they couldn't get tickets, and she starts playing a song and these girls just start crying. Just is that fainting? No, but they're also not seeing him live on stage. They're literally separated by a wall, and it's still enough to press certain buttons, right? So who knows? Let's put it this way: they're fucking huge, both of them. And
the phone line's still active.
Taylor and Tech Protect,
yeah. The other thing I will say about Taylor Swift though is Michael Jackson didn't release near as much music as she did. She's only 33, and she's already put out 9, 10 albums, and almost all of them have been
How many albums are there?
massive. Whereas Michael Jackson had Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad, those were massive, and then Dangerous, and after that it was just sort of diminishing returns. He rode that wave, but it was a much shorter wave than Taylor's wave. So that's what I would say.
I know way more Michael Jackson songs than I do Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah, I
Same.
mean, yeah. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song? Bunny Button.
Ben.
Okay.
The song about the
I know
yeah.
what it's about. Go ahead and tell us what it's about. I like how you so cute. You have
makes
to
me
tell.
happy.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's such a cute little song.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What's it about?
It's about the little mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Scorp? What's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
I'm a huge Billie Jean stan,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm gonna go Billie Jean.
Yeah. Fawn says the one where he goes hee hee. Oh, I like when he goes Shimon.
Shimon.
Angel Pallies. What about you?
I'm also a Billie Jean guy, but Thriller's good too. I did a performance when I was in a summer camp one year for that song, so good memories there.
Okay.
I like Chicago, where he goes, Chicago, Chicago. You know what I'm talking about, Sarah?
That's not a Michael
Sorry,
Jackson
good?
song.
Wait, was that the song Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago, where he goes, Chicago,
Huh.
Chicago. You know
I thought that was a
that-
musical.
It is a musical.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
also, but
Yeah,
that
it
is
is.
not a Michael Jackson song. There are some
Oh.
great. And by the way, Ectoplasm, I agree with you. Human Nature is probably my favorite Michael Jackson song, but he has so much good music. Even some of his stuff that wasn't massive, like "You Rock My World." That "You Rock My World," you know you did that. I mean, it's just so fucking good. They Don't Care About Us is a great fucking song. Yeah, he was amazing. The fucking Captain EO music and the goddamn Captain EO at Disney was fucking good. So you know. Yeah, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. I was a big Whitney Houston fan. Saw her in concert.
How do you feel about Man in the Mirror?
I like it, but it's a little schmaltzy and it's been overplayed to the point that it kind of has lost any effect.
You're overplayed.
You're overplayed. Oh, gonna make a change.
You put a.
For
You know
once
what?
in
It's a little bit
my
ableist,
life.
Jaffe.
Gonna
I think it's
feel
ableist,
real
Jaffe.
good. Gonna make a difference.
Why?
Make it right.
Jaffe went ahead and put an ice cube in his butthole,
Yeah.
and Bunny doesn't even have a butthole. You're just flaunting that in front of her.
Bunny was the one who gave me the idea.
She's trying to live vicariously.
You're right. Ectoplasm says, I heard Jackson in Liverpool when he played. Sounded so good from miles away. Listening to Michael Jackson just without any backup or whatever, it's still insanely good. Just such a great
Andy could
fucking-
moonwalk.
Yeah. And yep, I could never moonwalk.
Taylor could never.
No, she can't dance. That woman cannot dance at all.
I know she can't
At
dance.
all.
She's very awkward looking.
I think she's beautiful, but she is a
Kind of
little
like Gumby.
Taylor Swift.
No.
Taylor Swift is awkward looking.
That's my
Sarah.
girl. Stand up for Taylor. Don't put up with
She
technical
looks.
shit, Sarah.
She looks like she has 2 left feet and 2 left hands.
Do you know the Chapel Roan MTV?
Two left eyes.
Yeah, 2 left eyes.
What was the song she did at the MTV Awards, Sarah? The Chapel Roan, where she had the castle and all the fire. It wasn't Pink. It was what?
Good luck, babe.
Yeah. Oh my God. That song sounds like it totally came right out of the fucking 80s. So good. So good. And that performance was amazing. It's amazing. Bunny, what concert would you want to go to if they came to North Carolina or he or she came to North Carolina?
Well, my immediate first thought is always
Modest Mouse.
I go
Modest
see
Mouse,
them every
okay.
time they're even close, which is
okay.
they're gonna be here like very soon.
And so you're going to go see them?
No, I actually won't be going this time
Why
because
not, Bunny the Bee?
it's during the week and I don't want to miss Madhouse. So
Oh, Bunny.
So-
Aw.
Go take a
You can
night
miss a
off,
day.
Bunny. Come on now.
no,
Yeah.
no, I'd rather
Did you
be
know?
here.
I played a couple Modest Mouse songs for Sarah, and she's like, I don't know who this is. And I was like, oh, it's Modest Mouse, and she's like, I've never heard that name before.
619-537-9279 is the
Bunny
number.
looks mad.
If you want to call in
Hello, Matt.
and talk to me and Bunny, my daughter Sarah, Tech Protect, Scorpio, and Angel Pallies. There goes Tech.
He doesn't like us anymore.
What's up? It's Jaffe.
Hello, Jaffe.
Hey, hang
It's
on.
me.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Can you guys hear the caller? No.
No,
Okay, I have to
thought
share.
could present.
That's fine. I got to share my screen. 1 second.
Nope.
Okay.
Can they hear me now, Jaffe?
Yeah, hang on, Tech. 1 moment. Why is Tech calling in? Hang on. All right, 1 sec, you guys. Share my screen.
Oui, oui. It's me, Ludo.
All right, can you guys hear the caller now? Say something.
Hello, oui, oui. It is Ludo.
Okay, you can hear him now. Okay. All right, what do you want to talk about? What's going on?
I want to talk to you about a time I had a very weird experience with Jello, Mr. Jaffe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Are you there, Jaffe?
Go on.
That's boring. Tech, that's not funny. 619-537-9279 is the number.
That was such an authentic Frenchman.
That was so bad, Tech.
You're no fun, dude.
I'm super fun. But that was
I was gonna say about the time I put Jello powder in my mouth, and I kept like increasingly pouring like little bits of hot water.
619-537-9279 is the number you can call to talk to me,
Yeah.
Scorpio, Bunny Button, Angel Pallies, my daughter Sarah Ann, and of course the great Mr. Bobo Brown. Oh, and Tech's here too. I'm sorry, I don't think you heard me, audience.
Fuck.
619
I hate when he does that.
537-9279. What's the matter, Madhouse Cellar audience? You a fucking baby? You can't handle.
Oh, that's so loud.
You can't handle talking to someone as famous as I am, someone who's been around. That's
Are you
influenced.
hiding it from the stream, by the way?
I don't know. Yeah, I am. Sure.
I'm starstruck right now. Can't even
Goddamn
take
right.
it. Don't know
You
what to do with
goddamn
myself.
right you are. I mean, it is staggering the experience you'll have if you call 619-537.
I'm panicking.
He sat beside Greg
9279.
Kinnear on a bus one time.
Did you?
What?
really? Was he
No.
where was he in
Make
his
that up.
career? Was he Talk Soup Greg Kinnear, or had he moved on to like Oscar nominee Greg Kinnear, or
Oh, he was Oscar nominee Greg Kinnear.
and did you speak to the man? And why?
I'm
were-
making all this up. I was just kidding.
It's so weird, Bunny, that you would pick Greg Kinnear as your made-up celebrity. Most
You know the
people-
band
it'd be
Crosby,
like,
Stills,
yeah,
and Nash?
Of course.
Oh,
yes.
I said Ruben
I
Studdard.
used to tell dad jokes to David Crosby at festivals.
Okay, but you were in that line of work, though.
I knew
right?
him, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Well,
Bill
hold on, that
Crosby's the
that's
dad
not-
of the Melissa.
Well, it's not. Yeah, I
Etheridge.
mean,
He's the dad of Bill Crosby.
No, he's the dad of Melissa. He gave the sperm to Melissa Etheridge's kid, which is so weird when you think about
Why'd
where
you phrase it like that?
I just
Because-
told him dad jokes. I don't know what he did with his sperm. I
Well,
don't.
Melissa Etheridge is a lesbian, and she married another woman, and they wanted to have a baby. So
Based?
they needed sperm to inseminate one of them, which I don't think Melissa Etheridge got inseminated. I think it was her wife. And no one knew for the longest time who the sperm was. They just knew that it was from the music business. And at first they said, is it Anthony? And they said, please, no. And then they said, we don't know who it is. So eventually she gave it up and said it was David Crosby. And again, David Crosby is a musical genius, and that's why she wanted his sperm. But the man looks like Danny DeVito's twin brother, which makes you go, huh, that's an interesting choice of sperm.
He looks like if Frodo from the Shire started his journey obese and ended it obese still. That long journey.
Yeah.
Jaffe, just wanted to say, huh? I'm going to bed. Good night, baby. I love you.
Good night, sweet potato. Hey, Sarah.
Good night.
Sarah.
Sarah?
Yeah. Yes.
I love you, kid. Good night, sweet pea.
Aw, she loves me more.
Good. You should, you weirdo. It's kind of how it's supposed to work.
Scorpius, did you know that Jaffe was working on a film and he had two fairly, small time producers comment on it? Who are those producers, Jaffe?
I don't know what story you're telling, so don't know.
Was it not Spielberg and some other dude?
No. Spielberg and Lucas were not small-time producers. They came onto the set of my movie.
And they said,
well, Lucas said very little because he's an
You have any
introvert
sperm for me to
and was
borrow? I'm
very
sorry.
shy. But Spielberg said, "Oh, interesting. What's the shoot? What's the setup you're doing? What's the scene about?" Is what he said.
Huh.
yeah, this guy, that's not a made up story like Bunny with some random
No,
fucking.
I have pictures of it. Sorry.
Greg Kinnear. Yeah,
And
no, Jaffe just has these real
was
stories.
so starstruck because he was my idol, and he was on such a pedestal that I didn't view him as a human, and I don't mean that like I was some kind of little fangirl. I mean it like I think he really was this kind of superhero in my mind that I needed to believe something in someone like that could exist because it kind of helped me with my own trauma I was dealing with. And so when I met him, it was unreal. Like I barely remember it. I have pictures so I know it happened, but it was, I certainly did not leave
Crazy
an impression other than that poor mentally challenged boy is probably what it was.
And then did you know, Scorp, Jaffe went and took like classes on being a better swinger.
Swing dancer.
You swang?
Mm-hmm. Hell's a
And you're
poppin',
swinging it.
Hell's a poppin', baby.
Were you good at it? Like you were a
No.
great swinger?
No.
No.
It's hard. I enjoyed it though.
Yeah, he's more of a jingle jangle, not a swingle swangle.
Maybe you heard of me. I've been at the ha ha hole. I'm putting in the ha ha hole.
I put something in the side chat.
What you put in there, Bunny?
I'm uncomfortable. I don't know what that means.
Is that you, Bunny?
Ha ha hole.
Yeah.
That's a line from
I'm
the
at
motion.
Shaq.
That's a
Is
line
that you
from
with Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah.
The motion picture.
Swingers.
Oh.
That's you, Bunny?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were black.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Bunny's not black? I'm learning so much stuff today about you guys. This is awesome. When I was telling dad jokes to David Crosby, I didn't even know who he was. He was just a guy sitting next to me, and some guy goes, "That's David Crosby." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." I had no idea who Crosby, Stills, and Nash was. You guys are out here doing famous stuff and just knowing it. Like,
Look at that picture
impressive.
that Tech put up of Anthony. What the fuck am I looking at?
where do you
That's
do
Anthony. And then that's the art version of Anthony.
that? Where is this?
In the side chat of this call.
I don't have perms.
Oh, hold on.
Bunny,
What?
after Modest Mouse, who do you want to go see?
After Modest Mouse?
You should have perms now.
Pixies.
Okay. Nice. Nice choice, Bunny.
I can barely hear you.
That's because I'm speaking sensually like James Bond does.
I'll bring the legs back out.
Listen now, seriously, no
Scorp,
joke.
can you see the side chat, Scorp?
This is the last call for phone calls, 619-537-9279. 619-537-9279. If you want to call in, this is your shot. Shoot
Leave
your
the call and come back.
I got more celebrity pictures.
Well, Angel Pallies, were you calling for something specific or just to hang out or what's going on? Did we get to your question?
So you guys answered it a long time ago, and then you just kept me in here. So I was like, "Hey, I'm part of the show."
That's okay. Bunny likes you. Bunny wants you to quarter. Take her to the sock hop.
I'm too broke for that. You'll have to take me.
What's the sock hop?
It's a dance. She's a very famous lady on a show called Madhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I can't move him into the room because I'm on mobile. If you want to drag Scorp back in.
Yeah, I'm going to turn off the calls, though. It's not working right now. Okay. Shit, I did it again.
Someone drag him in!
Hang on.
Bunny!
I'm going to... God. God, God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Hang on. All right, let's bring Scorp back in there. Hello, Scorpy.
I am so back,
You are.
and I have the ability to still not see side chat. So
Do you understand that we have been streaming for a very long time?
time flies when you're having fun, Jaffe.
I like streaming.
Killing it.
Do you like streaming, Scorp?
I'm a big fan. Did it? I hate when he does that. I've been doing it for. Not sure if you guys have soundboards on, but he does, fucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a long. I shouldn't say a long time, but a decent amount of time. That's how I made my living for a while. So.
You don't do that now. What do you make your living doing now?
I'm like a Romani person.
What does that mean?
I just go and do different things, and I'm like, I want to do this for a bit, I want to do this for a bit. When I was living off my Twitch residuals, it was much easier to, especially with my lifestyle, I kind of have to have an open lifestyle. Especially with just how much anxiety is in life for being agoraphobic. It is having a job where if you don't show up to that place, fucking everything ends. And I've never really worked from home besides streaming, so. But yeah, it's a.
I have ADD.
What?
I just saw your Care Bear, and everything Scorpicus was saying was interesting to me, and I was tracking it all.
But I am a little bit of a race
and then
trader.
I saw you a Care Bear on Bunny's couch.
You have a Care Bear?
Yeah, look.
Well, fuck what I'm saying. I want to see the Care Bear.
Dog toy.
It's Bobo's Care Bear.
He must love that. He takes care
That's
of
his favorite toy.
Oh.
Out of all of them, that's the one he carries around all the time.
Ace has one too. I'll show it to you.
That knocking almost got me in trouble.
Oh.
Dude, that scared the crap out of me. I was ready to jump up, start running outside. I'm like, somebody's knocking on my AC unit. What's going on here?
Oh no.
Enchilada in side chat, put him and Tech on a show. Oh my god, that's so nice to say, man. I appreciate that. Scorp stinks. Yep, sounds about right. We're back on track. Back to the Care Bears.
We could do a show, Scorpicus. We could do
Love
something.
it.
I was just reading side chat.
What'd the side chat say?
Enchilada put him and Tech on a show.
Yeah.
And then Roboters quit knocking at 1 a.m.
What would the show be about, Scorpio?
Oh, Jesus, that's a lot. We could talk about a lot of video game stuff. Dog shit mechanics. I could go on for hours about dog shit mechanics. Failings of companies being so disconnected from the player bases and what they actually want.
So
People feeding into
you're
high-end
talking
content for MMOs.
Video games.
Oh, we could talk about philosophy if you want. We could talk about
I'm just asking.
Oh, I'd love to do philosophy too. I mean, we could talk about like axiological ideas and like deontological writings, and if you should follow the scriptures and epistemics and.
What about Seinfeld take? Show about nothing.
No soup for you.
Thanks, Angel Plays. It was nice seeing you. We'll talk to you soon. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Angel.
Thank you.
See you, buddy. King TL says, please no Tech and Scorp. Please, God, don't do this.
I don't think King TL likes me very much, gotta
doesn't
say.
like
He seems to be my
anybody.
#1 hater.
He doesn't like anybody.
Yeah.
He likes
he's a
Bunny
troll.
putting smoke. Yeah,
But,
blowing
you know,
smoke at the camera.
What you have to understand is we need to fill out with some good shows here in whatever we call this network.
Sure.
And so I'm going to be bringing Gabbin and Games back. Would you and Tech maybe like to try a show about
Love to.
horror video games or
That sounds good.
Is the time slot malleable?
You're malleable.
Yeah, I am. How you doing?
Ooh, got him.
Hello.
Tech, please.
It's just all mouth.
I think it would work. I think we could do something. I was thinking, what if we had the Trauma Twins show, where it's just two men talking about their traumas?
Boy, that sounds
Emo
so
hour?
fun to tune in.
Emo hour.
Emo hour. We could bring in music with it too.
Yeah, we could call the show Thin and Thick.
Now, do you
Right?
watch a lot of
I'm
horror
thick.
movies, Scorpio?
I fucking love horror movies. My favorite genre. Love them, love them, love them, love them.
So the thing is, I think you'd be great on a horror-based show. Tech doesn't really know much about horror, though.
Not horror movies, but like horror situations in real life. I know a ton about.
I would do. I mean, I've done like horror movie tier lists and stuff like that. I used to do a lot of that while I was streaming.
Enchilado says, Jaffe, you're low, by the way. Again, well, it's because I'm sitting back really far. Is that better?
There you go.
Too much trauma.
What are some underrated horror movies that you're like, ones that you watch that are maybe like B-list, where you're like, this should have fucking been bigger?
Well, I mean, look, Drag Me to Hell, I don't think is underrated, but I think a lot of people don't talk about it with the reverence that they should. I think that's a great movie. I think the Christopher Walken movie, Communion, is terrifying, or at least it was when I saw it in the theaters in the mid-90s. Lately, you know, a lot of the stuff people like, I like what was the one about the devil, Late Night with the Devil, or whatever that was called?
Where they're on the TV set.
That was fantastic.
Yep, saw that.
That was so good. That was a really good one.
I found it a little boring.
I liked it.
I was passing out a bit. I think there wasn't enough. I liked the theme. It was thematic as fuck. Totally get that. I need a little more. I need something to keep me up. More twists and turns. I felt like I kind of knew where it was going. They didn't want this person to look like the bad guy. I'm trying not to give spoilers. They didn't want this person to look like a bad guy. And then I just felt like I kind of saw where it was going. I'm sorry. I swear I'm not trying to be contrarian, but
no, it's, you know, but I mean, I'll tell you what, one of my, you're saying my mic is loud? My mic is at 50.
No, your mic is low.
How could it be low? Oh, it's low. Okay, well, now it should be better, I hope. I don't know. Maybe it's back to fucking up again. But what I was saying, though, is Shudder has just been the most delightful streaming service. And anyone who loves horror, if you're not if you haven't tried Shudder, you really are you're missing out to such a degree. I'll show it to you real quick so you guys know. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking
If you guys haven't seen genres of like found footage, I almost always love found footage horror, like the VHS's Taking of Deborah Logan.
Oh, I've not seen the Logan. I've heard that one's great.
If you want to get into like super like it's C tier in terms of how much money that went into it, but I would put it like an S tier. Hell House LLC.
I've seen that. That's great.
There you go. See, yeah, good taste. There you go.
Yeah, I a big fan. Let's see, John Carpenter's The Ward. Never even heard of that.
I haven't seen it.
Let's see.
I like supernatural horror more than anything, though. Like zombies, supernatural, any kind of.
I like ghost stuff. The Ugly Stepsister, I hear, is really, really good. Are you guys able to see my screen or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Discord. Are they saying Discord on YouTube? Oh wait, never mind. Nope.
Yeah, I love horror. It's so good. Yeah, Late Night with the Devil. The Sadness, right?
Comic stuff too, anime and comic stuff. I'm really big into as well.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh man, yeah, I want to do a horror show. But God, there's so many horror shows out there. How do you make it stand out? How do you make it special? How do you make somebody want to tune into your horror show? That's the question. Because there's a lot of shit out there already.
Hellraiser's a classic.
Scorp, what if we did? Well, I'll talk about it not on stream. I have ideas. I have plans.
I like it. I mean, there's a million things we could do.
Have Shudder sponsor, maybe. I mean, look, that would be amazing, but we'd have to, again, like I said, the internet is filled with people doing horror right now, so you got to find a good angle. Hang on, let me do this real quick. Let's see. Psychomania. Yeah, I like ghost stuff. Oh, The Wretched was really good. Did you see The Wretched?
I don't think I have.
It was a small little movie that came out. It was a really interesting story because it played at drive-ins during the pandemic, at the height of the pandemic, and it was like the #1 movie for 1 week in America. And it was just this low-budget thing made by these two brothers, but because normal movie theaters were dead during the pandemic,
No.
they had just gotten lucky and they had booked in two drive-ins, and it ended up being like incredibly successful, and it was good. It was good. Tech, can you deal with this in the stream, please, in the chat?
I don't have. Yeah, I would have permed it, but
What, Tech?
I'm on my phone, so I can do it now.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, something to think about, man, because I love that stuff. I'd love to have a horror show on this network, but it's got to be interesting. It's got to be different, because you're not going to be able to beat the people who are experts that are already doing this. The Joe Bob Briggses, the Fangoria podcast. It's got to be, maybe what we do with our shows. We are very chat heavy, and so maybe that could be the thing. Like, most shows you tune into and it's a podcast and people just talk, but we integrate the community a lot more. Maybe that's the hook for all the shows. I don't know.
that'd be fun. I'd like that. I also think the Babadook was a little overrated.
I didn't watch it yet. I didn't watch it.
I liked it.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people rave, but I haven't seen it yet.
I don't think it's bad. I just think it's on so many people's top 10 lists, and I'm like, fuck.
No, I wouldn't put
It could be a flavor thing, though.
I will tell you after talking, like Bunny, I will follow Bunny's recommendations anywhere right now. After Martyrs and Devil's Rejects.
Devil's Rejects, okay, solid.
Holy shit! Did you see Martyrs, the original one? That's what we watched a couple weeks ago. Boy, that was something. You didn't see that? Go see that fucking movie, dude.
Oh, yeah. If you like horror.
It's one of those movies that I really hate talking about, because I'm glad no one really talked to me about it before I saw it, and that's all I'll say. And then that makes it sound like there's a twist ending, and there's not. But it is. You don't want to talk about something. Just trust me. It's worth watching the whole movie.
That's how I tell everybody to watch.
I'm waiting for the
it.
second
I'm not gonna tell you
Constantine.
to Just watch it.
Oh yeah, and I heard they're finally going to be doing that.
Yeah, there was like a long period of time where Keanu was like, I want to do a second fucking Constantine, and he couldn't get funding for it. For like, he asked for like 10 straight years, and not a single director, producer would like start funding that shit for him. And he's like, I'm so fucking happy. I mean, he'd go on TV, on doing interviews, and just being like, ask the question a lot of the time, like, who would you play again? Who do you want to play again? Every single time, John Constantine.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Yeah, the shot in the mirror. Hey, shouldn't get up there. Do you want to go outside? I got to take my dog out, you guys. We should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, this guy in the chat has like 30 accounts or something.
Don't worry about him. We're wrapping it up anyway. All right, listen, Bunny, thank you very much. Tech, thank you. Scorpigus, thank you so much for hanging out with us. So nice to meet you. If you like, an alien will bring you in tomorrow night, buddy. Sorry to keep you waiting and not doing it, but the dog's got a shit. Listen, if you liked having Scorpicus on and we want to see him again, let us know in the chat. Tech will put up a poll or some such malarkey. Assuming he wants to join us ever again. I'm just saying that, I don't want to be presumptuous, but it was a delight having you on. I appreciate you being here with us and sharing your wisdom and conversation and all that good stuff. So thank you, buddy.
Cool beans.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, bud.
Bye, Scorp. I just have so many fucking accounts, dude. Holy shit.
I don't worry about it. Who cares? All right, that's the show. That's the Cellar. I will be back tomorrow doing State of Play about 30 minutes before it goes live. We'll do like an hour and a half, 2 hour Gabbin' and Games around that show. Then we'll be back tomorrow night with a 6 o'clock Gabbin' and Games. Meantime, that's the show. Have a good rest of your night. Good morning, Bunny. Thanks for staying up so late. We sure do appreciate it. Tech, fix your fucking internet. Yeah, you son of a bitch. All right. Bye, you guys.